Hi Joyous fam, join me, let's decorate. We need turntable, anti-sliding material, stacked cakes, buttercream. For the crumb coating, you want to lighten it up with a little drop of water. So you see it's mainly for locking in the crumbs on the body of the cake. That is after you have trimmed your cakes, all right? We want those pieces of cake that are crumbs that are still on the body of the cake to close up. That way, when you're doing the final coating for the decoration, it will come in very smooth and without any dirt or any piece of cake crumbs. Okay, now next is applying the main cover, like the main layer of our buttercream. So here you see I'm just using this method. It's easier for me to pipe and it helps me get more like an equal quantity of buttercream on the body of the cake. So I think this method is okay, but it is very okay for you to also scoop using your palette knife and apply it directly on the crumb coated cake. Having done that, you get your palette knife, you begin to spread it, just spread back and forth. Then next is you get a bowl of hot water, you dip your palette knife into it and you smoothen the top. That is one of the secrets of getting a smooth buttercream finishing, all right? Especially for beginners. Then you want to get your scraper and then you scrape round. You can use the metal scraper. Metal scraper is good, but the one I have doesn't actually give me what I need. So I keep on using the plastic one. It is also very good. The gaping holes, you cover it up and then go around again. I realized while editing this video I made a lot of mistake, especially in smoothing the cake. If you notice, there are lines and lines and lines. It's not supposed to be so. I was actually not going around the 360 degrees perfectly. Okay, I should have started it right from the beginning. What's going to happen is I'll make a detailed video on it and I'll post it either as a short or long form for better understanding. Now for the top, you get your palette knife, you clean it using your paper towel or a clean cloth, and then dip it in hot water preferably. Shake off the excess water and then use it to just sweep across your buttercream. It's going to give it that smooth. You can see it. I didn't freeze my cake. I didn't freeze it. It was just continuous process. Now next is I use my cake comb to just create a little effect or texture on the top of the cake because I won't be putting anything up there again. For the design, I got a skewer and then I started, carving out the shape. If you are a learner, please follow this style. Follow this style. Use it and carve first. Use your toothpick or a knife or a fork and carve first before applying. That way, at least it guides your hand. Okay, it guides your hand, it guides your piping bag, and it helps you come out with something similar, if not the same, almost the same with what the design you're trying to recreate. So here is me applying my wine color buttercream round the sides that I have already carved out. Getting this color was not actually easy. Like, this cake was a challenging one for me. The flowers to use too, I didn't actually get it. Oh, it was not easy. But God used one of my vendor when I went to ask her for wine color, edible color. She didn't have. I asked another place, they didn't have. So as God will have it, she was like, she has one, oh, her personal one, and she gave it to me free of charge. Now back to the cake decoration. I please, in case you want to recreate this very design, use a smaller scraper. This scraper was kind of big, and I was scared of, you know, making it like the color, since it's two color. I was I was just scared of, because of the size, smearing. It was possible that I would smear this colored one to where it's not supposed to be. So I'll advise you get a smaller scraper. That is one of the things I learned to do. Next time I'll be recreating it. This is actually my first time of making this very particular design. So I just went on ahead. I was just applying the buttercream to where there are holes. We want it everything well colored. Now the main design was smooth, but I decided to add my comb effects, and I used a very tiny comb teeth to for this very to create that design. So you want to keep on doing it. You just go smoothly and gently. Oh, this time, yeah, I was just praying all through. God help me. God help me. Holy Spirit, help me, oh Jesus, help me, oh. And I actually saw God at work. It came out nice. I liked it. Um, when I'm done with it, what I added next was gold leaves. Now, if you don't have gold leaves, it's very okay. All right, you can use your edible gold, like gold luster dust. You use your edible spirit, mix it with the gold luster dust, and then you apply on the lines. That is the fourth line, okay? And it's going to give you a very beautiful design too. Just don't make it too runny. So for mine, I use gold leaves after I was able to create this very the pattern, okay? And for these small holes, if you don't have remaining buttercream to cover them up, just get these gold sugar balls or any color you are using and cover them up. So while I'm there finishing or rounding it up, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to you, my subscribers. At 21,000 subscribers strong. Thank you so much, family. Thank you. Thank you to all those that have tried the recipes. Thank you. Those that have learned one or two things. Thank you. Before I come back to it, cleaning the whiteboard, cleaning the board rather, cake board, I just use skewer, put it in my paper towel, and use it to clean the board, and it came out so very clean. So back to it. I really want to say thank you. Thank you for those that tried the recipe, those that the recipe broke, those that the recipe came out well. Thank you. My advice is that whenever you're trying a new recipe, please, if you're not a professional, don't begin to substitute. First of all, make it the way the baker made it, okay? That way you're sure of getting the right recipe, I mean the right outcome. Try it, then subsequently when you are good at it, you can make your substitutions, reduce the sugar, add this or add that. It will help you a lot. I really want to thank my old subscribers, those who started from day one. Thank you. Thank you, my old subscribers, my returning subscribers. You guys rock. You rock. Thank you. And to my new subscribers, thank you so much. There are so many options out there. Thank you for sticking with Joyous Cakes and More. Thank you for choosing to add Joyous Cakes and More to your own channel where you will learn caking. I specifically want to thank this following new people that joined and they let me know where they were watching from. If you want me to give you a shout out, please let me know where you are watching from. Put it right there in the comment section and I will give you a shout out in my next video. For here we have Leah from Tanzania. Thank you so much. Benedicta Benny from Nigeria. Thank you. You're welcome. Sijali Claudia from Uganda. You are welcome. Agnes Kaguji. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Christian, thank you so much, Christian from Kenya. Yetunde from UK, thank you so very much. I also want to welcome and celebrate Josephine Daniel from Abuja, Nigeria. Happiness Benjamin from Warri in Delta State, you're welcome. Marie from Cameroon, Bonvenue, merci beaucoup, thank you. Ruth Oluwadunsin, thank you so much for coming. Omowunmi from Kola Alagbado, ẹ ṣé o, Oda, you're welcome. Namata Caroline from Prima Katusime, thank you so very much. Mercy, thank you so very much, Mercy, for coming. I really want to welcome you. And if you are new to this channel and you've not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Join us, click the subscribe button and become a member of this very beautiful family. Thank you so much. Now back to our cake. I added the ribbon. Is it ribbon? Beads right around. I also added my flowers. And then for the happy birthday, I just cut off those excess part, but you have to be very careful while cutting them so that you don't end up breaking the H or the P or the Y, okay? So with this, I was able to cut here, trim here, and it gave me what I wanted. Now for the flowers, those were actually not the flowers, all right? These two flowers I used were color, they were initially pink and white. So what I did was I got my wine color. It was actually edible. It was powdered form. So I soaked it with water. Then I dipped the flowers inside, removed them. I did it overnight, so they dried up. But if you notice, it was not still giving me that vibrant color. So subsequently, you will see what I did. I still kept the color combination. I still kept it. So you will see what I would do. Now I'm applying glitters, gold glitter. I just applied it round, and then I think I was very okay with it. It's added more shine to the cake design. All right. Now for this very particular flowers, if you notice, the pink was still showing and I wanted it to be the same color with the buttercream. So what I did was that very mixture I earlier told you about, water and powdered edible wine color. I just got my brush and I dipped it and was going over it. And if you notice now, you notice they are the same color. By the way, to get the buttercream to become this, it was not an easy task, especially the buttercream. You know, it was margarine, so it was giving me an off color. I had to add it more and more and more. Then I added a little of that, what the wine color water, to the flowers to give it the thicker color. So these are basically some of the behind the scene, the things there. On this note, if you've watched this point, I really want to say thank you. Oh, it's not easy doing voice note. Thank you to all my lovely family, those that will be joining us, subscribing. Thank you. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this cake. Let me know about your ideas. Let me know about your questions. And from me to you is I love you. God bless you. Bye.